Where the rainforest meets the reef is home to some very unusual and rare animals. One of the rarest of them all is the Lumholtz tree kangaroo. One of the very few kangaroo species to live in trees. And this small pocket of rainforest near the edge of the Great Barrier Reef is one of the only places on Earth where you'll find this amazing animal. With shorter legs and strong forearms for climbing, this remarkable kangaroo is well adapted to a life high in the treetops. Weighing just 8 kilograms, they are the smallest kangaroo species. Shy, elusive, and hidden from the world, they're rarely ever seen. This close-knit family relax high in the rainforest, eating fruit and leaves, taking in one of the world's most spectacular views. The iconic Great Barrier Reef, one of the natural wonders of the world. The Great Barrier Reef is a sanctuary for birds of all types. With over 400 different species, calling this special part of the world home. With such a diverse range of habitat that includes rainforest, woodlands, mangroves, rivers, islands, and reefs, it's the perfect setting for a vibrant bird population. One of the most famous birds living along the Coral Coast is the magnificent southern cassowary. Rare and unique, this imposing bird is the queen of the rainforest. Incredibly, less than 2,000 of this species of southern cassowary remain in the wild. Ancient and so precious, this flightless bird lives where the rainforest meets the reef. This stunning stretch of coast is named in her honor, the Cassowary Coast. It's not unusual for the cassowaries to venture out of the forest and down to the beach to forage for food. This family feed on wild fruit growing along the foreshore. During the heat of the day, they love nothing more than taking a drink and cooling off in the freshwater streams that dot the coast. During the swim, they take the time to wash and rinse their feathers. Tipping the scales at almost 60 kilograms, the cassowary is the largest bird living on the Great Barrier Reef. The female cassowary is bigger in size than her male counterpart, and she's the dominant personality. With her distinctive bony crown, she stands tall and elegant. He's a stay-at-home dad. After she lays her eggs, she abandons them, at which point Dad takes over. During mating season, the female will breed with several partners. So Dad is never quite sure if the babies he's nurturing are actually his own. Cassowaries are also strong and athletic. She can run up to 50 kilometers per hour through dense forest and can leap up to 2 meters off the ground. Cassowaries have been wandering these ancient rainforests for millions of years, and they play an essential role in the health of the environment. Often referred to as the rainforest's gardeners, they dine on the forest's wild fruits and then spread the seeds, fertilizing the forest floor with their droppings. Rare and endangered, these ancient keepers of the rainforest are one of the Great Barrier Reef's most precious creatures. Not all sharks across the Great Barrier Reef are large and menacing. A small shark commonly found along the coast is the black tip shark. Along with the grey and white tip sharks, the black tip is the most common shark living on the Great Barrier Reef. Easily identified by his prominent black tip fin, this shark spends most of his adolescent years playing in the shallows of the reef's mangrove system, where he's protected from larger predators. With a wealth of food, the warm, protected waters provide a perfect home. Here, he learns to hunt and socialize until he's old enough to venture out to sea. Moving between the coastal estuaries and the inner reef, the black tips bridge two distinct ecosystems. They have a remarkable tolerance for brackish, even fresh water, which allows them to travel upstream. Fast swimming and highly active, they grow to about 1.6 meters. Timid in nature, black tips like to stay together. Even at an early age, they learn the benefits of hunting in groups. This school of young sharks work in unison to herd a huge school of baitfish. The team approach is not only an effective hunting technique, the strength in numbers approach also offers security against larger predators. When the sharks get bigger, they venture further out to sea, where they live in small groups along shallow reefs, never venturing far from the coast. Here they exhibit strong sight fidelity, remaining in the same area for years at a time. By now, their exceptional hunting technique is well versed, and they work in packs to herd reef fish with great effect. Devoted to their home and each other, the black tips are one of the Great Barrier Reef's most loyal residents. Another shark calling the Great Barrier Reef coastal fringe home is the amazing epaulet shark, the world's only walking shark. This remarkable creature has adapted fins that double as legs. And the Great Barrier Reef is one of the few places on Earth where they're found. This ability to walk is possible through evolutionary adaptations in their pectoral and pelvic fins. The shark can not only walk on coral, he can also walk along the seafloor and even on land when needed. The reef system here is very shallow. So shallow that during low tide, isolated pools of water form between exposed reef structures. The walking shark uses his crawling ability to access the rock pools that contain fish, crabs, and other prey. As the tide falls, bigger fish are forced into deeper water, with the epaulet shark left to exploit the riches of the exposed reef undisturbed. By slowing her breathing and heart rate, she can also survive for extended periods of time with little or no oxygen. These elliptical shells are known as mermaid purses, clutches that hold epaulet sharks developing infants safe in the water for 3 to 4 months until they hatch and swim away. In time, the baby epaulet sharks will also grow up to become walking sharks, just like their parents. A marvel of nature, the incredible walking shark is one of the reef's most intriguing and unique characters. Don't be fooled by this petite, colourful character. This octopus is the most venomous 8-legged creature on the planet. She's the blue-ringed octopus, tiny but so deadly. Common right along the coral coast, they live in tidal pools and shallow reefs. Usually shy and timid, she's known as a reef recluse. But when threatened or hungry, her passive nature quickly turns. She might be small in stature, but she's big on bite. Her toxin's so deadly, it can kill an adult human. Crabs are her favorite meal. And when her beige skin darkens and her blue rings ignite, it's a warning sign. Sensing the danger, the crab takes flight. But he's soon cornered. The feisty crab's not giving up without a fight. But he's no match for the crafty octopus. Trapped, it's just a matter of time before she strikes. Suddenly, she engulfs the crab with her 8 tentacles. Her beak then injects a fatal venom. With an ability to change shape and color as quickly as her mood, the small but deadly blue-ringed octopus is the great chameleon of the Great Barrier Reef. This tiny creature may look harmless enough, but just like the blue-ringed octopus, looks can be very deceiving. Virtually invisible to the naked eye, the irukandji is almost transparent, measuring just 5 millimeters across. Despite being one of the smallest jellyfish in the world, this little guy is one of the deadliest creatures on the reef. More prevalent in the wet season during summer, he cruises the warm coastal waters of the Great Barrier Reef. With his 4 tentacles, one attached to each corner of his square-shaped bell, he hunts for prey, jigging his organs like a fishing line. His meter-long tentacles are lined with millions of microscopic capsules, each containing the most venomous animal toxin on the planet. And when he attacks, pressure builds and a lethal injection is fired at rapid speed. Despite their tiny size, an irukandji sting can be fatal to humans. Despite the irukandji's deadly reputation, he's not the most lethal jellyfish in the world. That honor goes to his bigger relative, the Chironex box jellyfish. It's the most venomous creature on Earth, outranking the irukandji due to its size and venom. Swimming along the sandy shallows adjacent to the rainforest, the box jellyfish dangles his 60 long tentacles. With the tentacles virtually invisible, this school of fish swims straight towards a trap. Death is almost instant for this unlucky fish. Careful not to damage his delicate tentacles, the jellyfish takes his time to devour his meal. Lethal and virtually invisible, the deadly box jellyfish takes the crown as the most venomous creature living on the Great Barrier Reef. Back on the coast, and this 5-meter saltwater crocodile has returned from an ocean sabbatical to rule the river. Salty's now matured into a monster crocodile and a lethal predator. Through sheer size, he rules his domain, terrorizing any crocodile who dares to threaten his authority. His predatory instincts are ignited by the sight of a wild boar drinking from the riverbank. An introduced species, wild boars roam the far north of Australia in huge numbers, much to the delight of the saltwater crocodile. Using stealth tactics, slowly but surely, the crocodile stalks the unsuspecting boar. It's a game of patience, with the plan to get as close as possible before mounting a surprise attack. He inches closer, hiding just below the surface. With incredible speed, he manages to snatch the startled boar by the front leg. Crushed by the powerful jaws, the helpless boar has no chance. No matter how gruesome, it's hard not to admire the might and power of this ferocious, prehistoric animal. An apex predator, the saltwater crocodile is the undisputed king of the vast coastal river system here on the edge of the Great Barrier Reef, a living treasure.